afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, hero of the Reich, defender of the fatherland, here to live on years and years in the glorious Propagandacast, a 1 versus 1 on Langres. Yes, indeed, we shall be watching a 1 versus 1 on Langres. We shall be watching two of the less sportsmanlike players. Not Barton, no, or Iron Rome. We shall be watching Sageofthesix, never known for actually being anything remotely Sage-like. And certainly having nothing to do with 6 either. Anyways, and opposing him shall be VonIvan. Not exactly the pinnacle of sportsmanship, but not quite the bastard-coded bastard with bastard filling that Sageofthesix is. Both players, though, are not exactly rubbish, though, in fact. That's also what makes this interesting, but we shall be expecting these two gentlemen to go up against each other in the brutal fight. Wehrmacht versus Americans. VonIvan fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 1st Infantry. Sageofthesix fighting onwards for the 2nd SS Panzer Division, das Reich. Securing points here and there. And already a bit of disputing towards the nature of the other player from VonIvan. VonIvan definitely convinced that Sageofthesix is a bastard-coated bastard with bastard filling. Pioneers pushing up there, and so far we are in fact initially seeing from Sageofthesix a rather right-hand side approach. He's largely ignoring all of this. He's ignoring the high munitions, the fuel hill, all the defenses. He is instead focusing very hard on the right side, in fact going very straightforward with an MG towards this point. Of course, we do see the bike out there again. A move from higher ranking players. So again, I mean, Sageofthesix is not exactly a novice. Bike there, leading the way, MG following up, spotting a few targets. Schweres MGs 46 setting up. Will he be able to set up? And there we go, MG42 opening up, suppressing the rifle, and bike pushes in for a bit of further killing. And the MG pushes onwards. We do see VonIvan's troops pushing forwards at the same time, though he's going to be playing a bit cautiously. He knows that Sageofthesix MG42 will be following the bike. And of course, he might also just try to knock out the bike, thus rather blinding in effect the MG42. At the same time, munitions over there being secured, smaller force being sent out there, but again, the main focus from Sageofthesix is to the right hand, whereas VonIvan is a bit more spreading out like a pretty flower towards all sides. Also note, in fact, he did start out with a 3 engineers start at home to secure as much territory as possible, but a bit already getting countered by Sageofthesix's MG bike side again, and he's using it very aggressively. I mean, again, this can be used very aggressively by good players, and in this case, Sageofthesix is using it again very aggressively, but at the same time, he does have to be careful he doesn't get outmaneuvered, because he could risk losing out on the bike or the MG if he's not cautious. So, of course, it's not just straightforward victory for the Third Reich when you do this. It does have some prerequisites, some requirements. You can't just do this and expect, you know, glorious victory. But so far, again, using the bike to push in, and again, spot for the MG42, who's really harassing here. VonIvan's attempt securing the medium fuel point right next to his base. Really vicious play right there by Sageofthesix. We do see some infantry finally arriving for VonIvan. I mean, Sageofthesix. 2nd SS Panzer Grenadiers. In this case, looks like some troops called in from an ersatz battalion, or just even a nearby infantry unit. And there we go, bike though goes down, directly hit. It is kaput. And we do see the MG42 opening up him. The engineers perhaps were trying to flank, or at least, you know, put some pressure on Sageofthesix from another angle, but we do see that Sageofthesix is now a bit blind without the bike, but at the same time, of course, his high focus right in getting so close to VonIvan's base as possible has also allowed VonIvan trying to push up on the west flank, in fact, secure the high munitions. So, of course, such a move here is not without, you know, its sacrifices, not without its losses. And again, it does require that you focus all your forces very much in just one spot, and again, that's where you risk getting outmaneuvered. And for the larger part, I mean, VonIvan is not diverting too many resources towards dealing with it. I mean, he's of course still trying to do some damage, but, you know, he's also gaining a lot of the other map, and again, that's going to mean that Sageofthesix will have to divert forces away from it, which again will actually mean greater unit dispersal, and thus overall a weakening of Sageofthesix. And of course, he's trying to, you know, wire off parts of the map. He's trying to, of course, funnel VonIvan into sort of more easier to hold kill zones. There are no guarantees from right here. We do see a bit of a desperate move from Sageofthesix. Again, his troops are very much on them. They're trying to push in against it, but again, basically just one full screen squad versus Rifle already in cover. Engineers pushing in. Lots of pressure being applied there to Sageofthesix. We could see VonIvan though lose an engineer squad. That would be a bit unfortunate. for VonIvan and the 1st Infantry. Rather here pushing up, but immediately getting suppressed and taking some rather considerably unfortunate losses. And we are seeing a 4th Rifleman squad swinging their way, so a very heavy tier 1 from VonIvan. Lots of engineers, lots around. There go the flamethrower pushing in from the one angle, using the Rifleman up there, perhaps even as bait. And of course the engineers, oh, they actually left right at the time when they perhaps shouldn't have, because that could actually have denied the building, but no such luck. Instead, he's actually taking up position in the barn that the MG42 occupied. Rifleman moving out. At the same time, there we go again, forcing. Oh dear, the MG42 just stopped firing, allowing him to switch targets. And I mean, there is a trick to doing this. Actually, you don't want to switch targets while it's firing. You want to do it once it stops firing, between bursts, and then the MG42 will just slowly move towards it. Instead, if you try doing it while it's firing, you'll actually pack up and pack down again. So, slight trick there. This case, this assault didn't quite work out as well for VonIvan as it could have. It lacked a bit of troops. A bit of aggression, he did pull back a bit too swiftly. Snipers now out for Sageofthesix, taking shots at American heads. And we already now note here that the map is getting an awful lot more fractured. We're in fact seeing that VonIvan is actually cutting off all the resources right here for Sageofthesix. A very nice move, very great harassment right there by VonIvan. Definitely doing his best to ensure that Sageofthesix actually doesn't get a lot of resources out of anything. And in another attempt at wiring off again, limiting the amount of territory that VonIvan can actually attack on, and essentially in some ways actually shortening the fronts, if at least temporarily. In this case, not quite working there. We're seeing a full infrastructure flamethrowers moving in. The only thing that will really make this great for VonIvan is he actually had grenades for his riflemen. But there we go, flamethrowers pushing in. They will be forced to abandon the barn very soon. And there we go. Before they join the ghost story of the old empty barn with the haunting MG42 crew who got scorched. Engineers are running into a bit of a problem, getting pushed away. Sniper providing covering fire from the haystacks, getting a few shots and then immediately retreating. Because we do see again VonIvan being very aggressive, again good unit dispersal, quickly sneaking in and attacking again as the Americans. You do want a bit of dispersal, although not too great, but still, so you can attack from several angles, making it harder for the Wehrmacht to defend. And Sageofthesix has definitely been pushed back quite considerably. And we do see a Krieg barracks going up. We're seeing victory points large, in fact now being in VonIvan's favour. So VonIvan has been able to stabilise things quite nicely, although I mean Sageofthesix was able to get in a good blow initially, but VonIvan has ultimately been able to iron out the wrinkles. Wrinkles? Not wrinkles, but wrinkles. Slight pronunciation problem there with the K, my apologies. Sniper opening up there on the rifleman. MG pushing up. And ambushing the Volksgrenadiers. The Volksgrenadiers definitely not in a good position. Sageofthesix might want to consider pulling back, but no. He's very intent on keeping this viewpoint. Wehrmacht territory, Wehrmacht property. And perhaps even kill that engineer squad if VonIvan. Oh, VonIvan might get a bit greedy here. Will it happen? Yes, he lost an engineer squad with a flame for a bit unfortunate. At the same time, Browning automatics pop up for VonIvan, increasing his fire points exponentially. MG42 setting up, it's too late. Sniper making a run for the other barn, but it might be too late. The Rifleman storming the barn. Sniper opening up, getting one engineer. The Rifleman basically just camping outside the door, shooting through the windows, and the Sniper, despite trying to hide under a table, dies. MG42 turns about, Rifleman getting suppressed. Now they might be the ones to suffer horribly. In fact, we could see VonIvan losing an entire Rifleman squad. Oh, very close, flamethrower engineers fighting a desperate fight for survival as well, and the Riflemen do bloody well get out of there. Bunker going up, like going to be a medic bunker, so that might be there to help Sageofthesix recuperate some of the losses, but the loss of that sniper was quite great. It ultimately didn't manage to do much for Sageofthesix's war effort. So really nice blow there landed by VonIvan. Supply going up for VonIvan. Of course, VonIvan knowing he has to keep up the momentum, keep up the tempo, push the tempo. A bit of quiet. We do see that Sageofthesix getting ready to prepare and fortify the western half again, trying to limit the amount of territory that VonIvan can actually attack from, thus ensuring he can actually use what smaller forces he has to more effectively defend. Again, I mean, that's rather the importance about why some people, just like to, use it to cut off points, but it's not just about cutting off points, it's about stabilizing front lines, hindering your opponent's movement, making it easier to defend. Bit of one there with the tank trap. Medic bank up, and we do see some SS Panzer Grenadiers coming out. Well, Grenadiers, but still imagination. First Grenadier down. Fritz died on the road. His jaunty little cap fell off. Mining up there, nice precision. Pioneers still quickly getting inside, and there we go. Rifle getting suppressed by the MG42. Volkswagen Grenadiers flanking about here. Rifle pull away. There is no heavy cover for the Yankees right there, and the Rifle just getting punished. Pioneers firing down from the windows. Volkswagen with MP40s fighting against the Rifle. They can get close enough, they might have a chance, but no, instead they're getting caught out in the open. They are getting shredded, murdered. Veterans who won 4 VonIvan's Riflemen. Where are the other Wehrmacht troops? They're securing territory there. Troops right here getting suppressed. Volkswagen's getting run off. Full assault going in there. And we do see another VonIvan's Rifle squad could get suppressed right there by the MG team in the barn. And there we go. VonIvan's barnstormer tactics not quite succeeding. And we're seeing a mortar, a Granatenwerfer out for Sageofthesix. Getting off some nice kills there on the already suppressed riflemen. Bit unfortunate there for VonIvan. It's active time to look at Sageofthesix, who has chosen Terror Doctrine, sending a few of the Yankees running. Grabbing getting suppressed, trying to get Sageofthesix's medics. He might get one. Yes, he might get the other as well. Oh dear, oh dear. The MG2 poor in condition, pulled back partly because the entire barn seems to be on fire at the moment. Although, I mean, you won't quite get the same effect as you will in Companies 2, where it will more literally catch on fire and will actually slowly burn down to the ground. If you're not careful, of course, that can also be used to actually deny your opponent's buildings by, you know, lighting them on fire and chanting the roof is on fire if you so feel like it. Trias Center going up there for VonIvan. And a really nice harassment from VonIvan, sneaking in where Sageofthesix is, and then just taking away points. In fact, forcing Sageofthesix to get more infantry, more grenadiers. Immer mehr deutsches Infantry. And there we go, a nice push going in for VonIvan. He actually cancelled, though, his Trias Center. That could actually bite him a bit in the arse if he's not too careful. Volkswagen Grenadiers on the run as the riflemen swarm in, firing away their Browning automatic rifles. And some other German infantry running into some problems with the riflemen. A full retreat from Sageofthesix all across the right-hand side of the map. Mines going down there from the Pioneers. The barn seems to be largely less burning now. Mortar firing away. And then we've got Grenadiers getting a few good shots there on the rifle pushing up here in the center as well. Oh, nice mortar hit up there. 7 kills. Nasty stuff, that. Definitely doing its bit for the fatherland. Rifleman pushed away. One of the primary mortars used by the Wehrmacht, in particular at this stage of the war, although they also used the 12cm mortar, which was a Russian one, and which is available for the Russians in Companies 2. Also for the Germans with Active Majesty. And there we go. Oh, mine went off, pinning down the squad. He still gets off the grenade. Christ, and Volkswagen's getting run off as well. This is not looking good. Propaganda war saves the day, mortifies away, although he could hit his own troops on the retreat. And he takes out Heinz as he's running back home. Heinz just going, seeing the mortar around, falling down, going, oh, scheiss. And then getting blown to bits. Oh, dear. The inhumanity. Kampfkraft Center going up, and that's definitely been needed for some time. We immediately see some veterancy support going in, but that was an MP40 team that went down right there for Sageofthesix. Medics pulling in the wounded, and mortars continue to fire away in the hopes of hitting something, preferably not something German this time around. MG42 almost on the field. Mortar crew could go down. Granatenwerfer. Rückzug. Raus. And there we go, veteran G1. And the mortar team was lost. Oh dear, although again, no, the entire mortar is lost, but that will not be in the case in Companies 2. There, the mortar will actually get dropped. Which will actually be nice in several regards. Observation post there for VonIvan, so could be he's actually marshalling for some armor. at this very moment, or at least has plans of it. Not really much else to use the fuel on, really, but BARs, grenades, really nasty combination right there from VonIvan. MD getting ready there. Veterans 1 again means it will be much more lethal. The Veterans 1 upgrade for the MD42 is quite effective. Basically increases their accuracy, making it much more lethal. And just note here how quickly the riflemen simply are dying to the MD42. In fact, VonIvan could lose the entire squad. And there we go. A deadly marksman right there manning the gun. The MD42 was in fact quite accurate, despite firing a lot of bullets. In fact, that was part of the reason it did fire a lot of bullets, because besides accuracy, when you then fired the first burst, you were pretty much always guaranteed a kill. That was one of the reasons why it was made like it was. It was about guaranteeing that first kill when the burst first came. Sturm Army going out for Sageofthesix. Medics pulling back the wounded.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Points being secured up there. MG42 there. Oh, the medic might reform a grenadier squad, but will he make it? Artillery going in. Oh, he just didn't make it. He just didn't make it. Oh, the Heinz has just caught in front of the bunker, going like, ah, scheiße. Tank taps going down, very much intent on fortifying the left side. German infantry moving in from all angles. Bunker still standing, not the most fortunate. And another set of MP4s being equipped for the Volksgrenadiers, known as the Schmeißer by the Americans, because the guy named Schmeißer apparently had made it. It was actually a further development of some other submachine guns, a larger series which actually saw usage all throughout Europe, some by the Swiss, some by the Danes in fact. And a grenadier squad went down, really nicely thrown grenade right there by VonIvan, really getting the most out of his grenades. Schwerer Panzer Spähwagen on the way though. Another medic might go down, and Veterans 2 for this rifleman squad, absolutely devastating. And again, just before he gets to the bunker, he gets, oh dear. Not really fortunate right there for Sageofthesix, who is now very short on infantry. In fact, he's going to be very dependent on that medic bunker soon getting something together. Grenade going off against the rifleman. And there we go. Heavy armored car ready from the 2nd SS. Schwerer. And we've just more Ausklärungsabteilung, which would usually be a mix of armored cars and panzer grenadiers in lighter half-tracks or Schwimmwagons or Kubelwagons for reconnaissance purposes. Armored here blasting away at the rifleman. Points being secured. Small advance going in there from Mr. Sageofthesix. Not a lot of mines though from VonIvan, come to think of it though. Bit of a miss I think from him, really, could have done a lot of damage to Sageofthesix and made it even more difficult for Sageofthesix to get back onto the field. Armored car slowly forages forwards. Needs to be careful, getting too close, getting too close. Tank depot going out for VonIvan, so really going to use some of all that fuel now, I imagine. Second armored car following up on the first one. But the MP40 was quite a successful submachine gun. And in fact, several other nations actually tried to copy it in design, basically because not only was it good, it was also cheap to produce and easy to produce. Oh, a volley of sticky bombs goes off on that armored car. Sageofthesix going boom, I win. Not entirely sure what that's the cause of. Another armored car rolling in. Folks going to need to be a bit careful. Lots of riflemen just continue to fire. Note 2 of them are Veteran 2, meaning they are quite lethal. Folks guys need to get out of there quickly. Schnell, armored car a bit too close. Out. And Sageofthesix lost another infantry squad. We do see another attempt by the medics, but will they make it, or will the riflemen be too occupied with the armor car? Looks like it, looks like it! Heavy losses at the same time. Riflemen, a full assault force going in there with engineers going in the west, getting absolutely pinned down by a well-placed MG42 from Sageofthesix. 24 kills, that is definitely a killer. And there we go, Grenadier squad reformed for Sageofthesix. Armor car quickly rolling out. Tank depot lighting up like a haunted house. Except it won't be spirits that will come out, it will be tanks. But a bit of infantry being replaced right there for Sageofthesix, returning back to VonIvan. VonIvan. And already a veterancy-free rifleman score. That is usually what you'd consider bad news for the German player. And I do believe it's time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is Sageofthesix does hold most of the map, but he's taken quite considerable losses while achieving this. On the other hand, in fact, VonIvan has got 5 squads, but at the same time, you know, also much more veteran troops, better conditioned troops, better equipped troops at the moment, and that's a problem. Sageofthesix quite hasn't been able to keep that up, again slightly due to the way he sort of initiated the whole fighting, lost a bit too many times, didn't quite retreat in time, and he was also a bit slow, you know, getting veterancy. I mean, he still hadn't gotten veterancy too for his infantry. Medical bunker, of course, was a nice idea, but so far he's not quite been able to, you know, protect the medics, meaning, of course, VonIvan kill them, and thus rather slowing down the whole process of getting infantry squads reformed, which is not so good for Sageofthesix. Of course, he's got some armored cars out now, but he's going to get a bit of some company from a tank destroyer. And currently, Sageofthesix is utterly unprepared for this. He's only got, well, he hasn't even got Panzerfaust to stop it, so he's in fact completely unprotected against a Hellcat, unless for some reason VonIvan insists on taking it on a tour through every single one of Sageofthesix's mines, which is not very likely. Of course, VonIvan has been pushed back, but he's definitely got most of the opportunities for pushing back. Oh, he actually needs some supply upgrades for his supply yard. That's less good, but still, he's got a large force, he's got a lot of infantry, he's got a lot of veteran infantry, so in that sense, I mean, he's got plenty of possibility, but in particular, once that Hellcat arrives, basically just forcing Sageofthesix completely back and taking most of the map. And of course, I'd also like to see some more mines from VonIvan to, you know, slow down any of Sageofthesix counterattacks. Of course, there's still, you know, one secret weapon right there for Sageofthesix. Of course, he's gone Terror, he's gone left side, so of course, we also know there's going to be a King Tiger, Die Königstiger, inbound, and likely, of course, VonIvan knows this, so he, of course, will also be likely seeing a lot more tank destroyers and whatnot from him to, you know, counter this, because it's going to require a lot of brute force to take down that King Tiger. So let's return to the fight. Let's see if Sageofthesix can actually rebuild his forces and set up a sensible front line, because that's also a bit his problem. Again, he's too scattered. Armored car doing a bit of harassment, and armored car about to get one hell of a surprise visit. Hellcat abound. Grenadiers here at the front. One already goes down awfully quickly. A few well-placed shots from a BAR. Likely this armored car will be lost. The scrap heap for all eternity. Main gun destroyed, and there we go, out of control. And we even see it. No, that was a grenade actually from... Oh, Sageofthesix threw a grenade right into the path of the armored car, meaning the infantry just get out of the way anyways. Oh dear. Less good for Sageofthesix there. Second SS force right here, definitely in problems. Must have been some quick replacements. And there we go. Medic simply getting shot down. VonIvan laughs at the Geneva Convention and all conventions for that matter. Having no respect for such silly things. Troops reinforcing, more likely we'll be seeing a Stug, I hope. Possibly also a Panzerschreck. Die Rakettenpanzerbüchse. Rifle here getting absolutely suppressed by the MG42. And clearing up the... No minesweepers, actually. I thought I heard that, but no, just barbed wire clear. And there we go, punch strike up on the Grenadiers. Will they be able to get the Hellcat at the same time? Though the veterans flee. Riflemen flanked from a nearby position by the fences. That is definitely bad news for Sageofthesix Grenadiers as they're going caught out in the open. They do have veterans too, but oh, grenade! It doesn't do much though, as veterans 3 riflemen also get a considerable damage reduction bonus, which applies to everything, unlike veterans 2 for Grenadiers. And they've got grenade! Veterans 3 grenade! Stu arrives, Grenadiers retreating, medics moving in. This is rather desperate. This is rather tense. Stu needs to be careful. Rifleman awfully close, hitting him out, and there we go. Veterans flee. Sticky bomb. Going to do a lot of damage. And there we go. 1/3 of the health gone on that Stug. Do not underestimate the power of Veterans 3 Riflemen ever. Stug though gets off a nice kill, blowing up Sergeant Jones with a nice Sturmkanone shell. Grenadiers pushing forwards. Medics, they're almost ready to pull together. Full Grenadier squad. Grenades getting knocked out. Grenadiers though managed to somewhat dodge it. Pioneers getting murdered while repairing. Rather reckless behavior. In fact, VonIvan, of course, taking the good chance here to really, devastate Sageofthesix's Pioneer forces. Although, of course, also rendering a lot of targets to be picked up by the medics if they don't get shot. Which is generally the problems for Sageofthesix's medics. They have a very, very short living time on this map. But there we go. Grenadier squad reformed. Will he be able to get back all of these Pioneers? All of these wounded Pioneers going, "Ah, shy, Sageofthesix. Could you not have waited just a little bit? We are not made of Kruppsteel, And there we go. Koenigsegg arrives and gets off some very nice shots right there on these veterans, 2 riflemen. Oh, that's looking very close. So little health. VonIvan needs to be careful. 1 rifleman down. Gets out of there, but almost going down. Looks like an MG42 was actually recruited right there by VonIvan. He stole it away from Sageofthesix. The Stug is moving forward, although with an engine which has seen better days. And this is a BAR I would definitely suggest Sageofthesix quickly picking up to use against the Americans. It's the Yankees. And looks like VonIvan is already gathering up a new assault force. Tanks rather need to repairs, but also Sherm to help deal with Kraut infantry. A bit of problems with Grenadiers up west. Mines down there from VonIvan, and Grenadiers ever so close to setting it off. Heinz, I suggest you don't move any further to the west. I have no specific reason, I just feel like it's a very bad place. And there we go, another bunker being attended by Sageofthesix, but we're seeing, VonIvan's infantry pulling in, though hitting a mine. Koenigsegg rolling in. BAR not picked up, not even by VonIvan. That's a bit of a definite shame. Veterans 3 riflemen running straight at everything. Taking some man losses, grenades going off on the Grenadiers. Ooh, retreats in time. Riflemen taking nasty considerable losses, although we do see units going down. And there we go, picking up the BR. In fact, the exact same squad which lost the BR picks it up. That's actually quite rare in these circumstances. When it's been not immediately picked up, that is. There we go, lots of sticky bombs, including a veteran with 3 sticky bomb on the King Tiger. 9 kills, though damaged engine. Stug holding on. Medics pulling back the wounded. Grenadiers moving in, but so little infantry so far. So few men left for Sageofthesix. We could see a rifle squad go lost. But looks like it will make it. And the rifle squad moves in. 13 kills on it. They keep fighting. VonIvan just pushes in, heedless of the costs to his men. In fact, goes in for cutting off that point. Really deeply aggressive tactics by VonIvan. And cutting off again. And there we go, Hellcats rolling in. Going to try and get that. Stug denying Sageofthesix a vital armored asset. Oh dear though. Panzerjek, Stug and King Tiger combined quickly knock out the Hellcat, leaving the Sherman a bit on its own and an easy target. Grenadier squad gets reformed, so that might be in fact 4 Grenadier squads now for Sageofthesix. That should actually give him a decent chance of fighting back finally. Of course, quick to reconnect. Oh dear, the Grenadier squad got caught up. Oh, that was a medic getting gunned down there by VonIvan's MD-42 crew, hidden in the bushes. And another medic moving in. Stu going to need repairs, and there you go, repair bunker up for Sageofthesix to limit how much he actually has to manage in terms of repairs for his vehicles. And of course, not having to worry about at least getting those reinforced.
Heavy infantry reserves are now available.
VonIvan still, though, has a considerably effective Force 1 Veteran 3, 2 Veteran 2 squads. Still what you call very bad news for Sageofthesix and the 2nd SS Panzer Division das Reich, although he does definitely have a stronger force now, and he's definitely going to do his best with it, or at least make the most of it, I hope. King Tiger, though, will need a lot of repairs before it's combat effective anytime soon. Stug actually fully ready now. Might want trying to get some veterancy up on it, amongst other things, you know, to get partly the damage reduction bonus, but also veterancy 2 becomes quite more effective against infantry and can even suppress. So that would be a nice move, I think, from Sageofthesix in that regards. But it is being slowly pushed back by the riflemen, the veterans, the 2 riflemen, the BARs, their grenades, and their American English. And there you go, the grenades are simply getting shredded, murdered, not doing too well again. Oh, another veterancy 3 squad for VonIvan. He's really pursuing quite well with his riflemen again. Sageofthesix has a tendency of splitting out his troops too much without leaving them in supporting distance of each other. Rather than pushing in a veterancy 3 actually loses a man to a grenade, and a full northern assault going in. Going to move in against that medic bunker, might do some nasty stuff. And he's got demo charges. He's going to set a demolition charge on the medic bunker and sort that bugger out. And there we go. Demo charge on the medic bunker, and good night. It has been closed by order of the United States Army. It did not live up to United States Army regulations, which means no crowds. At the same time, going to escort here, awfully aggressive and likely to get blasted here by the Sherman. Medics here getting blasted. Tank destroyer closer going down. But pulls away. VonIvan not risking too much. Stug needs to be careful. And another full assault. VonIvan rushing in. Returning to Sageofthesix. But still say, oh, he's lost 2 grenadier squads. Oh dear, not good. But again, so veterans for the Stug, and we do quickly see the pioneers getting mowed down like grass. And oh dear, the King Tiger really scored a nice hit there, killing I think 5 to 4 riflemen right there in one shot. Quickly gets another sticky bomb though. Grenadiers fighting close by. No real options left for Sageofthesix, and he's actually got veterans with 3 for his infantry, which will definitely make them tougher. But question is if he just doesn't need more. I mean, he needs more troops, not more veterans for the troops. Either that or some veterans for the Stug. Definitely, I think, a bit of a problem for Sageofthesix. I mean, he's barely got anything, and in that sense, the King Tiger is not going to do much without support. It's just going to be something easily knocked out. Despite how much Sageofthesix fervently wishes otherwise. And a 3rd veterancy 3 rifleman squad for VonIvan.
Ready for combat.
I think that rather says a lot about the situation. And who is at this stage winning, although I mean it is a bit rare to see that many veterans in 3 rifleman squad, and certainly speaks well of VonIvan's unit preservation skill. This speaks less well of his sportsmanship skills though. Oh, another nice hit from a King Tiger. This one is just on a roll. 29 infantry kills. Lots of sticky bombs though. Lots of sticky bombs. Quickly doing a lot of damage. King Tiger continues to do something in the hopes of killing, but also needs to be careful it doesn't advance too far or gets immobilized by a lucky sticky bomb. Stube rolling in. VonIvan now taking losses there in the middle of negative cover right in front of the King Tiger. That is definitely bad news, but quickly they run around to the bocage, getting out of the line of fire, but they have suffered immensely. VonIvan's veterans, if you VonIvan actually quite low on men, they are down to 2 and 3 men each. And VonIvan is definitely feeling awfully cocky at the moment.
We're losing a sector.
Another rifleman bites the dust in front of the mighty Königstiger. 33 kills. And Grenadier going for the central victory point. Victory point's very low. And he loses it rather senselessly. In fact, he's now gotten an NG upgrade for the Grenadiers. Seems like, I think, a bit of a rather desperate measure from Sageofthesix at this stage. I mean, usually you rarely see, not that it's necessarily bad, but of course it's not quite effective either for its price. And certainly nothing like the Company News 2 LMG 42, which I do sorely miss. Hellcat went down, a smouldering piece of scrap, an incendiary litter box for future Hellcats. Points being secured. Rifleman getting a bit blasted there. A Grenadier push up here, but very much is only going straight into 2 veterans through 3 Rifleman squad with BARs, and I mean a veterans through 3 Rifleman squad will win against the veterans through 3 Grenadier squad, perhaps, except with the MG42. There we go. Grenade gets them almost down. Forcing a full retreat. MG42 finding nearby. A fresh one, in fact, from Sageofthesix in the hopes of stopping VonIvan from advancing. Barely saving the day, but he's got 6 victory points left. VonIvan has a large amount of them. About 50 times the amount, if not more. Another attempt by the Grenadiers, but losing quickly a man, and down to another one. Oh, Sageofthesix, your unit preservation is not good. And that is one of the larger differences between VonIvan and Sageofthesix. VonIvan is much better at preserving his infantry than Sageofthesix does awfully many times simply, lose them for no really good reason. Grenade from the veteran 3 rifleman and clears out the entire MG42 crew. Sageofthesix complaining a bit about something being so OP. Possibly the grenade. Oh well. Victory point being secured. Stoop down. And King Tiger getting swarmed. Victory point falling right there to VonIvan and Farmsteads out. My apologies. That rather looks to be the end for Sageofthesix and his adventures. There we go. A final lame and game over there for Sageofthesix. Rather the victim of his own mistakes. Again, partly unit preservation, partly spreading out his troops too much at times, trying to hold too much, but not, having the capability to really holding it, despite some attempts, wiring off. He still lacked the troops, and partly lacked the ability to protect his own, medics. He could probably also benefit a few more mines. VonIvan might also have benefited some well-placed mines early on. Might have actually ended this match a lot earlier, I think. But really nice aggressive strategy right there from VonIvan. Quickly followed up by BR's grenades and then the tank depot, and using that quite nicely, rather countering whatever that Sageofthesix really had out in the field. The King Tiger really only being the only true fiend with 42 kills. But ultimately, though, again, due to the lack of support for it, and the fact that he tends to have to operate on its own, it was ultimately rather limited in effect, and VonIvan could always be somewhere else on the map, taking points away from Sageofthesix, ultimately resulting in a nice victory. And again, through better unit preservation, VonIvan generally didn't lose as many scores, and again, he had so many veteran to 3 rifleman scores. So there you go, hope you enjoyed this match, hope you learned a few things from it. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends. If you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.